Let's talk 400829, called Goodbye Transfer Student. It's from the artist Hirio, who also made 392936, which you should go watch my review on. It has some pretty basic tags, but let's jump right into it. The doujin starts out at a shrine, and someone's watching something questionable. But since he's at a shrine, there's someone there going to pray. He's confused to who would come to a rundown shrine like this, but it turns out it's someone he knows. Tezuka. She sits down beside him and tries to make some small talk. The guy asks what she was praying about, but it's not something pleasant to talk about. He turns and puts his hands on his face because he sucks at small talk. And she's almost like a doll. Tezuka is a new student at his school and joined about a month ago, and she doesn't really get along with anyone in the class. She thinks that he's worried about her and says that he's surprisingly kind, which she didn't have to add the surprisingly part, but he just thinks that she's cute. But she tells him that he doesn't need to be so friendly towards her. She's going to be transferring to a new school soon, and her parents move a lot for work. This time was one of the longer stays though. Every time she goes to a shrine, she prays that she'll make memories at the next school. But making friends when everyone has formed friend groups is pretty difficult. Both her parents are busy with work and have no consideration for her situation. And then things turn dark with her saying that if work's so important, they should have just given birth to work. And she's never showed this personality because it would be a nuisance. She apologizes to Shoji, the main character, for complaining. He says it's fine because it's the face of Tezuka that can't be shown at school, and says that if anything, that makes him lucky, which makes her pull one of these, and tells him that he's surprisingly open-minded. As he's telling her to drop the surprisingly, she says that she likes people like that, and lifts up her shirt to ask him to accept her built-up resentment, and they do. They finish up, and Tezuka puts her finger over Shoji's mouth. She tells him to save that for the future, when you're with someone important. He says of course, and we find out that Tezuka is transferred to another school that weekend, leaving him basically. In the classroom, no one talks about her anymore, and he's the only one who remembers her. Before leaving the shrine, they exchange contacts. Even though they won't meet again, Shoji will be her first memory, and the doujin ends with Shoji thinking that it'll take some time for him to think of her as just a memory. Overall, I rate this a 10 out of 10. The artwork and story tie together so well, and not only that, but the art is beautiful. As always, I recommend you check it out for yourself. That's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.
Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. These hentai babes make me drool. Hatsune Miku is great. She makes me masturbate. Fairy tale.